Howdy do. Howdy. Intro. Intro. Howdy do. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, watchers and watchers to be in the future. Yeah. Still awake this time in the morning, early hours. So I thought I'd do a little bit more. Did a bit more off screen earlier on. And we'll do a little bit more. Why not? It's quite a complex thing. Probably should go about it in a different way, really. But anyway, welcome aboard. And I'll just make sure everything is good. Just check audio out in a different way, really. But anyway, yeah, seems alright. Everything seems good today. So programming. Actually, let's just go on to what we're doing here. We've got this. I'm not going to explain it again. Every day I explain it now. It's just a time zone form where you can enter the time zone. That's what it is. Let's just go into a serial monitor. It's not going to let it go, is it? Hang on. Terminate the task. Didn't seem to find the... Oh, there it is. Right, so we're into there. Well, every time I go onto a different page, it tells you here about the handle request, the header, the content, the footer, and the total size. It's just for so I don't grow too large for the buffer. Right, so yeah, this is the page. It uses quite a bit going on here. I've made a buffer of about nearly 8K for that to stay there. Anyway, so I've got no way of making this stay on the screen, but it's one of them. Right, so I did a little bit more on it. Should label this one questions and answers, really, this one. Anybody who wants to ask anything can ask something. Right, anyway. Right. So let's see where we got to. I wrote this quite a few years ago. Probably, I don't know when. Can't remember when, but well, I'm talking about this bit here at the back. So I've forgotten how I wrote it and all sorts of stuff. So and I'm trying to convert it to do, well, adjust it. I'll say adjust it to do other stuff. Basically that web page there. So let's show you what we've got. We've got a bit of a problem with it. So if I select Monday there, and I just choose hour 2 to hour 3, click save, what have we got? Right, so what we've got is I've told it to print the dot for each 15-minute time zone. It prints a dot if it's 0, and it prints 2 dots or a colon if it's a 1. And where it's a 1, it'll keep every one of these as a 15-minute period. So 15 minute, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. So, according to this, there's 2 hours there and 2 hours there. It starts from 0 hour, goes up to 0 to 1, then to 2. So this would start from 2 to 4. 2 to 4. And I've done it 2 to 3. So 2 to 3. So it's not quite working right. Because it's got errors in it. I'd like to copy and paste it over to ChatGPT and say, do with it what you will, but I'm pretty sure there's too much to paste and it wouldn't be able to cope, or it wouldn't let me paste the whole code. So I'd have to do a snippet, but I'm not sure it will still know what I'm doing, so I'm going to have to try and break it down. Let's try this again. So Monday, let's say 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Click save. So we've got nothing there at all now. That didn't work, so let's go again what we did before. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock till 3 o'clock. Monday, and try again. So we're back on that. What I'm trying to do is trying to work out where it's going wrong, if I can make any sense of it. So let's choose Monday again. Let's go, I'll tell you what we'll do from 0 o'clock all the way up to 12 o'clock. That should give us a long block. And it's not, it's just give us a small block. So it's the code is, there's something missing from the code. Now I thought about using, because the code I've got this side in the same language is just to load the bits. Now the code I've got on the desktop software is in C#, and that's got loads of different functions, and I'm not using bits, I'm using bytes because I've got the memory available, so I've done it in bits. But it converts it to bits as it sends it, and this stores it, actually converts it to bits, packs the bits into a byte and sends the byte, and all this does on the firmware side of it, just writes the byte straight into memory. But then I've got an algorithm, if you want to call it an algorithm, this here, it checks if the bit is on. Right, that's checking the time zone. Right, basically then it checks to see if the bit is on now, which is, it's checking against the time now. So get hour, so that'll bring up the time now, the hour now. So, and we want to do this, we want to do that, so we'll have to pass in the argument of the minute. We're trying to check if the bit is on. And from the access group, the access group, why are we sending them the access group? Oh yeah, because, yeah. The bool, so the access group and the zone. So the zone is preset to zone 2, which is just working hours zone. We're not doing, so anyway, we can pass in that function. So from the access group, let's just have a look what we're doing with the access group. If it's not from the access group, do this. Else, if it's from the access group, do this. Right, so it reads the byte, time zone, zone address plus get the byte offset for now hour, get hour. And if the bit read, byte to read, get bit offset from now hour plus the bit position is equal to 1. Yeah. So if it's from an access group, yeah, I lost myself because I wrote it a long time ago, and I tried to keep all the everything with descriptive information, but it's still not enough. So let's try and work it out. Byte to read, return the byte. Time zone, zone address plus get the byte offset from now hour. Right, so it gets the offset, and it's bit read, so it's going to see if the bit is on. So the byte to read, so whatever hour it is, it reads the bit offset. Let me see what that's going to do. See if we can work out what that's doing. So it's going to return, right. Okay. So why is it, if it's from an access group, I don't quite get what it's doing differently there. Anyway, I've tried to do other stuff with it. So from access group. What about if it's not from the access group? What does it do then? It reads the same zone address plus get byte offset from now. So it's the same again. And it does the byte read. So it's no difference. Oh. Apart from it returns a result of true. Oh, I must be using the, I'm reading the same info, aren't I? Yeah, so exactly the same info. Oh no. That's set timer 2. Right, there's different parts to this. Hang on. That's doing the same there. Right, so if it's not from an access group, it'll execute an action on timer 1 and timer 2, and if it's for an access group, it'll just get the bit and return true. So yeah, so we're not actually using. We're going to return a result, and the default for result is going to be false. So we're not going to use that. So we're only going to use that if it's an access group. It's just a way of reusing the code. Anyway, so don't have to worry about that too much at the minute. So basically, to read the information back, it's here. It's basically already here. So I could copy this same data. Now the only thing I haven't got is this data check. Right, so the day address equals this. Let's find out what this day address time zone is. Right, so these are offsets. Right, so it's an offset in the, is it the byte or the bit? Not sure what it is. AM, PM, so 0 or 6, 12 or 18. It goes all the way up to 102. So it's basically telling it where to look in the array. Yeah, so to get the data check, which is passed in from data check is get the day of the week, so it's getting today's date. Get day of week, right, let's just peek that, make sure that's just getting the date. Yeah, it's just getting the date, returning the date. Okay, right. Yeah, so just having a look there. So it's going to get the date to check. So when it checks it, it's going to choose the date to check. And it's going to make that the zone address. So this bit, it's not going to search through the whole thing. It's going to zone day press plus the get byte offset address from now hour. Yeah, so it's using that and the... Yeah, so I might need to use that. Just wondering now if I could use this again. Because basically I just need to print it out. So, right, so I'm using this bit down here. So I'm just using this for next loop, well, for loop, to populate, to write a bit to the buffer. And I got this one for reading the buffer back out to the serial down here. Right. Reminds me I've got to have a pill. So let's have a pill. Pill time. Right, just go on a bit of an intro. And we're back. Right, so yeah, this bit's to read it back. It's just printing out, streaming out the buffer, and they should all line up, so that's okay. But I think the problem is I'm not putting the stuff in the right place. So I'll tell you what we'll do. What should we do? Let's write the bit. Yeah. So at the minute it's going to use some parameters here. So I can clear it. So what are we doing? We're going all the way to... Why is that suddenly reset? Anyway, so what we've got to do is... It's getting late and my brain's slowing down now. Anyway. So we're filling it up. We're trying to fill it up, but we're not doing a good job of filling this up. So I basically just need to write bits to an EEPROM, a byte in the EEPROM buffer. It's not the EEPROM at this point, it's just the buffer. The buffer is just a buffer, an array of bytes. The same size as I need to write to the store, the EEPROM, to store a time zone. So I need to know where to add this bit on. I've got nothing in my firmware that does that. It was done from... Let's just load up Visual Studio and bring up the bit where I'm doing it from normally. Trying to get my head round. I mean, right, this is the bit that generates the time zone. So it loads the data from a blob, which is in a database, into time zone. My time zone this end occupies 864 bytes. And what it does, it gets a number of zones. It'll even write it there. So actually we can look at the bit pattern for this if we want. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. So we do a for each going in, for each every byte in loaded time zone. So every byte in the array, if the byte is greater than 0, print a double colon. If it's a 0, it'll print a dot. And it queues it up in a packet. And it sends the information. So it tells the system where it's going to put it. So these are the bytes it writes out. It's sending one for AM, one packet for each day, each 12-hour period of a day. And it moves to Tuesday, it goes all the way down to Sunday, and it's holiday and event day, you got an extra one there. And it sends the 6 bytes, but it get byte from array of 8 bytes. Right. So there's a routine here that converts the bytes into a byte. But go to definition. So it's gonna get your bytes going in, and it returns a byte. So your bytes out. So it does. You got your bytes out. Still 8 bytes, so it's 8 bytes in, 8 bytes out, but it doesn't go out. It gets combined into a byte at the end, so it does a block copy. So why is it copying it? Buffer block copy. Where's your buffer? Buffer block bytes in, extract from position, and bytes out. So yeah, I think it's sending it. Let's go back a minute. What's it sending? Right, sending the whole loaded time zone, that's why. It's sending the whole lot of 864 bytes to the function. And then there's a no forward on it. No, hang on, it's gone away with it. So it's sending bytes. Go to definition, right? Yeah, so it's coming in there and it's combining the bytes into a byte. Yeah, and it does it here. This bit does it here. So plus equals bit 0. Yeah, these are like bits. So it's plus equal the bits and then it return the byte. So it's packing the result into a single byte for the 8 bits. And then what's it doing then? Sending it over. Hang on. Sending it over as a byte. 6 bytes, each one contains information. This is where it gets confusing. It gets a bit confusing. Confuses me. Should do this while I'm wide awake, really. Never mind late at night. Anyway, so I need to. There must be an easy way of doing this, but I'm not seeing it at the minute. So this is where the bytes arrive into this command and control protocol, and it stores it in an EEPROM buffer. It's just the byte array ready for writing to the buffer, and it'll keep doing that, and it'll say set this byte address +1. So when it sends it, it's going to send it over as a byte. If they're all on in that certain byte, they'll all be on. They'll be ones. So it's doing the 8, right? So it's doing 0, 8, then it's going to 16, 24, So let's see what that does. So it sends. This is your byte offset, isn't it? This is where you need more real estate on the screen. So extract from position. Okay, so it's telling it where to extract the 8 bytes. Number of bytes. The count. The dist offset. Extract from position. Offset source. The bytes out and the count. Yeah. I wonder if you can actually go to that. Can you go to definition? Alright, so this is part of the namespace of system. Can I open that? Go to definition. No, that's all it's letting me have a look at. So your array offset. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Can't open that. No, security save critical, whatever that is. So you can't look at the code for that. Go to definition. Go to implementation. No, go to definition. No, won't let me have a look at that. That's just part of the C# system. So that's a shame, isn't it? Oh well, don't matter. Right, so we've got it there. So it combines it all into a byte. So we don't need to involve ourselves in that really. What we need to do is we know it's got a function to write the buffer here. So it'll write it. If we go over to the definition of write the buffer, this is easy enough. It's just going to write the bytes out. So it couldn't be any easier really. Address is plus equals 6. Okay, something going on there and there. What's it doing? For 0 to 18, offset 6. Oh, it's doing a bit of a loop here. Read offset, so it'll read it first before it writes it, and if it reads the contents the same as what it's trying to write, it won't bother to write it. It won't affect your wear leveling, so it won't write it unless it's this different. Stop wearing your EEPROM out. So it's EEPROM write, address plus the offset, EEPROM buffer, address minus the EEPROM offset for time zone minus get EEPROM time zone offset for time zone plus offset. Yeah. Alright, that's doing some rather fancy stuff. Can I use this algorithm? No, not really. Well, need to break it down on it. Maybe need to write. Probably need to. Just trying to think. Do I try and ask ChatGPT to do it for me? But how do I describe it to ChatGPT succinctly? What I'm trying to do. I just need to turn a bit on at the right point. That's all I need to do. Alright, so I've got 108 bytes. Let's just try it. Let's try it. See what ChatGPT can do for us. Can you help me create too many R's algorithm in C++. Of course, I'd be happy to help you create an algorithm. Okay. I will describe the requirement as say succinctly as possible. Absolutely, go ahead, describe and cry out of the problem succinctly. Once I have a clear understanding of what you need, I can help you design an algorithm. Okay. I have 7 days of the week plus 2 extra days called holidays and event day. Holiday and event day. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the code. I have 107 bytes. Now. Right. Which uses 108 bytes and stores a bit for every 15-minute period. You want to represent each 15-minute period for the entire week, including the 2 extra days. Using a bit for each period, you can use a bit set in C++. A bit set is a fixed size sequence of bits. Here is an example of a bit set for each 15-minute period of the week, including the extra days. Bits per day represents number 15 minutes period in a day. Total days is used to represent, I think we're using bit set already. You can customize the code, right, see what it's doing. It's not going to be enough. The bit set, bits per day times total days schedule. The day, total days for period 0, bit per day. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, I need to break it down. So bits per day 24 times 4. 4 quarters per hour. 15 minutes each. 7 days of the week plus 2 extra days. 9. Bit set, using a bit set to represent each 15-minute period. Set some extra bits for demonstration purposes. Set the bit for second 15-minute period, day 1. Okay, sets the bit for the 31st 15-minute bit, day 2. Sets the bit for the 101st 15 period. Okay. Schedule set. Where's it getting that schedule set from? It's not schedule set. Where's schedule? Schedule set. It's not even set a variable called schedule. What's it talking about? So I have the on time as an hour and minute in separate variables in separate variables. Also the off time in hour and minute as separate variables. I need to fill the array bits to on for the time between right, see what it does. If you have the on time and off time specified as hours and minutes in separate variables, and you want to set the corresponding bits in the array to 1 for the time between the on time and the off time, you can modify the code. And here's an example. Right. So the set bits function takes the schedule array day, on time, hour and minute, and off time, hour and minute, and parameterizes and sets the as parameters and sets the corresponding bits to 1 for the time between. The main function sets the on and off times for the day using the set bits function, and schedule is then printed to the console. You can customize the on-off times each day by calling the set bits function with the appropriate parameters. This demonstrates how to set bits for a specific day, but you can extend the logic for other days. Right, let's try it then, I suppose. So total days, bits per day. Function to set bits in the schedule for the time between on time and off time. So set bits, standard bit set, bits per day, bit set less than bits per day. What? Times, what's that doing? Total days, what's this kind of logic it's got here? What's this arguments plus schedule? This ain't gonna work in Arduino. Is the code good for Arduino C? Arduino. The code I provide is written in standard C and should work on an Arduino platform as long as it supports necessary C++ features. Arduino uses a simplified version of C++ based on the compiler subset. However, there are a few considerations when using C: memory constraints, print functionality, library compatibility. Has it changed anything? In this module, I replaced the standard C out with a serial print. Okay. So we could write this, couldn't we? We could put this on an Arduino and write it and test it. Go on then. Copy the code. Let's put it into Arduino. Just launch Arduino. How you doing, everyone? We're just doing some chat GPT, trying to help me out with my brain that can't get it done quickly. Right, so I'm going to do a new one of these. Let's copy and paste the code that it's just given us. Right, okay, we're going to try that. Include bit set. What's that? Right, don't know what it's done there. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of that one. Right, bit set. Okay. Is that part of Arduino? Maybe. Right, let's just write it out, see what happens. Why hasn't that closed? I thought... Hang on. Oh. It's alright, I'm trying to get rid of... that's the one, that's right. Right, so we're going to see if we can write this. Let's see if it'll compile. Let's choose the board. ESP Arduino. That'll do. Right, let's choose the port. COM3, yeah. That's okay. Let's stop this port from taking the port. Okay. Right, let's serial port. So let's make this 115200. We're going to do slow. Anyway, let's try it. I don't know if it'll compile. Let's say compile it. It's probably going to ask to save it. Go on, save it there. I don't care. See if it'll compile this. And while it does that, I'll sit up and reposition my posterior off. Gets. Alright, anyway. Alright, so we've got no drop frame, so we're doing okay. Let's just check the stream. Make sure we're still got audio off. Gets. Alright, anyway. Alright, we've still got audio, so that's okay. Right, still compiling, is it? Yeah, slow, isn't it? Oh well. Let's have a swig on the roller cola. Oh dear. Done compiling. Didn't find a problem. It's nice to know. Excuse me. Right. Right, let's upload it. We'll just put it over... where should we put it? Should we put it on something different? We'll just overwrite. We'll overwrite where it is. See what we can get out of this thing. If this works, I'll be amazed. I'll be amazed. Might be easier to do it this way than try and work out. The problem I got is I can't see all the code on the screen at once. I have to keep flipping back and forward. I have to keep flipping back and forward to bits of code, and I need to see. Got to keep transferring around the place. It's difficult. Well, let's see what happens here then. Yeah, be alright, won't it, if it does it? I don't. The problem is if you rely on ChatGPT, mind you, I used to spend weeks making something work. I'd be on there for weeks and weeks. I'd keep at it, do a bit each day, and then I'd eventually get it to work as I want. The trouble is you can spend a lot of time doing it. It can waste a lot of hours, weeks. If you can get this to do it easier, then just check it out, make sure it's... Oh, it's done uploading. Right, let's just Right, it's not doing anything. Hard resetting. Let me just reset it. Oh, it's probably done it, and yeah, there we go. Right, that's good. Let's see if it's, let's just open this up a bit further. Right. So it's created a bit array, and it said it was going to do, let's see what it says, 7 days of the week, so it's set the bits on. What did it say it's done? Alright. Set bits for on and off times for 1 day as an example. On hour 8, minute 0, off hour 16. Right, let's just change that to on hour 1, off hour 2, and we'll say 15. Minute 15, and we'll go, yeah, we'll do that. So that'll give us an hour and 15, should do. Right, so we're going to have to re-upload that again. We'll have to shut down the serial port though. I just want to line it up. I know if we start at 1, I know where the bits are supposed to be on, you see. Anyway, so it's looking promising. So it didn't give me code that was non-functional. It probably saved me a bit of space. So I need to just do the juggle. Do the juggle on the pins with these cheap. That didn't take long to upload that. Right. So let's reset it. Okay, so that looks promising, doesn't it? So we said we want it to. We've got 4 bytes for the first hour. Oh no, they're not bytes; they're bits. So that's a byte, and it stores the first hour 4 bits to be. Yeah, that looks like, and that's the. Yeah, so that'll be 12:15, 12:30. No, it won't. That'll be 12, 12:15. That'll be 12:30. That'll be 12:45, and this will be 1 o'clock. And this will be 1:15, and then you got 1:30, 1:45. No, hang on. 1 o'clock, 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, and then we've got the one on at yeah, because the period goes from. Then we got at 12 o'clock. Sorry, 2 o'clock. That looks right. That does. So I'd say that looks right. So I think we'll go for that. Now it does. Is this going to work for all the days? Yeah. Okay, let's just try. Oh, hang on. Off set bits. Right, it's gonna. Where's his set bits then? Oh, it's up here. Set bits. Right. Set bits. So we need got a function called set bits. We've got our right. Let's have set bits schedule. So where's this? Where's the schedule coming from? Schedule set day. Total days schedule. Where's he getting schedule from? Let's ask it. I don't see schedule unless it's making it in line. Unless it's making that as it happens. Set bit. It's being very clever, isn't it? Better for something schedule set day. Anyway, it works. So that's all I care about. It works, right? Let's try something else. Actually, we'll try one more thing before we start. So we're going to set the hour to 8 o'clock in the morning, The off hour will be 9 o'clock, and we're gonna go for half an hour. So this will be 45. So 8:45 to 9:15. Right, let's just save. Let's send that over there. That should only put 2 bits on. That should just put 2 bits on. I'll just shut down the serial port so it can communicate with it. Not sure if it does. Don't know if you need to do that or whether it shuts it off for you. Arduino. I decided to write without pressing the button presses. Does that sometimes. Right, so let's go back over to here. Do a reset. Right, so it looks like it's put the 2 bits on. So you can work it out. You can go, right, that's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Sorry, that's to 1 o'clock. That's to 2. That's to 1 o'clock. That's to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45 to 9 o'clock. So something not quite right here, is it? Let's try it again. So you got 4 there, 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 and you got 4 there. Yeah, that's right, because that's 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30 and 8:45. But then it goes on to 8:45 block, so the next block is 0, surely. Don't quite get that. I think there's something going wrong here. There's supposed to be 2 digits on. It depends on where you're looking at it. So that's the 0, 1/4, 1/2, 45. I told it to do it 45. I told it 45, and I told it to do it for 15. It looks like it's switching on at 1:45 and switching off at 15. Yeah. So where in there is... There's no representation for the 0 hour, is there? No, I don't think it needs it, because... No, it doesn't need it, because the block, it'll just look at a certain place for those on segments. The hour is that... This is where I was getting confused. The hour is the offset, the location. So that's the hour. But how does it... I'll tell you what to do. Let's find out what it does. Let's close that. Let's put this to nothing. 0 minute and 0 minute. It should only like 4 segments. Let's try that. Yeah, it's a weird one. The way I've done it, it's weird, but yeah, maybe that's the way I did it. I can't remember now. It works. That's all I know. What we'll have to do is count up. Alright, is it going to program itself without pressing the buttons? No, it isn't. Oh, it's missed it. Alright. Does that sometimes. Right, let's try again. It misses the button press for some reason. I do it too quick or something. Welcome to Dave Jones live stream on his UPAS project. 1:45 nearly in the morning in the UK. Saturday night. Couldn't think of anything better to do on a Saturday night than have a play if you're awake long enough. Yeah. Let's just check the stream. Yeah, we're doing alright. Right, so where did we get to? No, not that one, is it? Hang on, we're on this one. Right. So it's finished uploading. Let's just do a reset, see what we've got. We should have... What should we have? What did I set it to? 4 of those segments should be on only. Let's have a look. Yeah. So there's the 4 segments that are on. So you've got 4, that's the first hour. So 1 o'clock starts. Actually, that's 1/4 past, 1/2 past, 1/4 to, and that'll be 1 o'clock. Then you've got 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And we said, what did we say? Where have I put it? Oh, look down here. 8 till 9 o'clock. So we've done 8 till, so that's 8 o'clock, and then that's 9 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's give it one more test. Let's say we want to do 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock. 15 minutes after 8 o'clock. Tell you what we'll do, we'll make that 1 o'clock. Save counting. Oh, let's make it 2 o'clock. You don't want to count too many going across. Right, okay. Close down the serial. I'll tell you what, we'll leave the serial port open, see if it can cope with shutting down the serial port. See if it's clever. I'm using an old version of Arduino here, so I'm not sure if it's clever enough to shut the port down or disable it temporary. It's still there at the minute. Connecting, it says. And yeah, we're able to leave the port open. That's good. It must turn the port off. Anyway, so we're there. So let's just reset it. Oh, I seem to have shrunk the window a bit. Hang on, let's get it open again. Right. Right. So we've got 9 days. Oh, what's happened there? It's still in the same place. That's not right. Let's reset it again. Oh, what's that? Day 1. Oh yeah, day 1. That's right. Hang on, what's it doing? It's set that over there. Day 1. I don't quite know what it's doing. Something not working right there. Have I changed something by mistake? No. Set bits for on and off times for 1 day. Tell you what, let's turn off the serial port. Don't know if it says it did it, but I don't believe it. Unless you got to open it up again. Maybe it's showing some old data. Let's try that. Yeah, it's alright, we're just showing some old data. So we said we'd turn it off on at 2 o'clock for just 15 minutes. So we got 1 hour 2 hour and for 15 minutes. So that seems to work. Now, how can I count the amount of for day 1? So got one. Well, it's. I want to count the zeros, don't I? So total days. Where does it say total days for each period? Anyway, it seems to work, and it's done some black magic C code here with switching on stuff. Okay, right. So what we're going to do then? That's actually written. It's set the bits. Hang on, where does it set that bits? So it sets the bits here. Bits per day. Right, okay. Anyway, we need to transfer that to our back to our code now. So, but while we're here, we need to have 2 slots. We need an on and off time for the 2 slots. Two slots. Yeah, for an afternoon slot. Right, so we can either ask ChatGPT a bit cheeky and ask it to do more work. Can you make it do 2 slots? See if it knows what I'm on about. Certainly, if you want to accommodate 2 time slots, on time and off time, for each day. It's not. Yeah. Extend the date structure. Here's an example modification. Right. Okay. Right. So we've got one called off on hour, on minute, slots per day. Oh, it's going to do it like that, is it? Okay. Slots per day. Right, where is it going to specify? Time slot. Define 2 slots for the day. So it's totally changed it. Set bits. Okay. Tell you what, we'll copy the code, and it's done us good, done us proud so far. So we'll let it have its way. We'll let it have its way. We'll save that. Go new. Right, we'll just paste the code. And is it going to choose the same? No. Or, oh, it is. Yeah, it's already on it. Okay. Fair play. Right, let's just upload this and see if it can handle the changes without any problem. And we'll see how we go from there. It saved me such a lot of grief. A day's worth of messing around. If this will work, I'll just go put it into the code. Yeah, just press the program button. Right, okay. Yeah, so doing alright. Right, it's done it already. That's good. Oh my god, my chair. I need a new chair, I think. Or something. Let's have a look. Right, let's reset that. Nothing. Oh. Has it gone and... Yeah, it's gone and turned the baud rate back to 115,200. Right, okay. Right, let's try again. Yeah, let's try again. Right. Okay. So we've got 2 time slots, so it looks like you got your hour and your minutes. I don't know what that's saying, 1800 there. That doesn't look right, does it? Oh, hang on, I'm missing it. No, it's beat me. The board is not connected. No. It didn't give me a chance to get to the buttons. Oh, too quick. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing there. Define 2 time slots for day 1. Okay. I'm not sure if that'll work the way I think it's going to work. May do. I may have missed a stage out here because I might not be doing it the same way it thinks or I've told it. So, right. Anyway, let's have a look, see what we've got going on here. Right, so we've got 2 time slots. Okay, let's try and make some sense of it. So let's close that down. So the slot 1. Hang on, let's go back to the chat GPT. See what he's done. Right, so it's I've introduced a time slot structure to represent each time slot with on hour, on minute, off hour, and off minute. The set bits function now takes a time slot parameter, allowing you to set bits for each time slot independently. In the set function, I added a second time slot for demonstration purposes. You can define additional time slots or modify existing ones as needed. This code sets bits for both time slots on day 1. Adjust the slots and days as per your requirements. Right. Okay. Defines 2 time slots for the day. Where's he getting his minutes from now? For day, total day, period, bits per day. It's lost me now. It's lost me. Period. Anyway, let's see if it works. Let's just see if it works, or is it totally gone craziness? Right, so we want to go start at 1 o'clock to 1:15, and we're going to go. That's the on time, so the off time will be 1 o'clock till 1:45, and then we want to go to. We'll leave it an hour, and then we'll go from 2:15 to 2:30. Right. Let's sets the bit for the time slot. Okay, whatever that is. Right, let's do that. Let's just do that and see if it gives us the bit pattern. I can find out the bit pattern from the main software to see what it's supposed to be and compare the two together. I think I'll do that. I'll compare the two and see if them bit patterns look the same. If they do, then we'll keep the algorithm. We won't think about it too much. If it does the trick, it does the trick. There's no need to think about it too much. Right, so let's reset that. What have we got? So something doesn't look right there. So we've gone from 1:15 to 1:45. We don't seem to have anything for the second time slot. So we've got 2 segments of time, that's right. But it doesn't seem to have implemented the second. Did it? It did last time. So, I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's just close it and open it. Right, didn't like the second time slot. Why no? That's weird. Right, let's put these back to 0. 0, maybe I got it the wrong way around. Let's put it on 0, 0. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2, what's that going to do? Don't know. Let's just try it. That should give you a slot of an hour. No. It's telling you the same, they're both the same time, so it should, maybe it won't do anything. Yeah, it's just going to give you, maybe it'll give you a 15-minute slot, or on trigger at 2 o'clock and go off at 2 o'clock. I don't know. Let's see. See if it either gives us all dots or the colon in the right place. Why is it not blanking it out? Right, so we've got nothing. Which you'd expect, sort of, because we're saying we haven't given it a segment to switch on. That at least needs to be 15 minutes. Let's try it again. Yeah. So it gets complicated. Howdy do, still going? Yeah, still going. No drop packets, drop frames. Just make sure I get this. Trial error. What I could do with is a virtual ESP32, really. If you had a virtual one, you wouldn't have to keep pressing the button. Alright, let's just reset that. Yeah, so we've got a 15-minute section on, segment. So at 1:15, well, it comes on at 1:15. No, is that right? 12 o'clock till 1:15. 1:30, 1:45, 1 o'clock. I don't quite know, we'll have to see. Anyway, let's do the same. We didn't get our second, yeah, because it's not there. It needs to have a difference in time. Right, let's just see what happens if we set. Let's go over to this software here. This is the main desktop software, and it should print us out if we select the same segment of time as that. It should show us the exact same amount of pattern. Alright, what's it going on? Why's that taking so long? Alright, go on then.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 22 is now online.
Alright. Okay. So this is the bit that took me 10 years to write. 10 years, don't forget. Also holding down a day job. So wrote it in my spare time over 10 years. If you include evenings, early mornings, weekends, holidays as spare time. Right. So we need to go onto the time zone. Let's bring up the time zone. Let's shrink this back down again so we can see the output. We're on output now. So if I clear the zone, and we'll just set, can't remember what I set it to now, 1 till 1:15, wasn't it? So that's your minimum segment, 1 till 1:15, so If I click save, it's going to give us a bit pattern down here. Let's see what it gave us. Let's give us 2 lots. So it's basically just put the one segment on. So it's got 4 there. Yeah, it looks the same, doesn't it? Right, let's do another test with it. Let's say we want, we're going to put on. This is the bit I'm not sure about where it fits this in. So let's do a 1 hour segment there, and I'll put another one in there, starting at 1300. Okay, so we'll save that. Right, that's going to print this out. Another one. Right, so it's. Where's it put that? Hey? What am I not seeing? Is that the first one? Anyway, so it's put 1, 2, 3, 4, then it's put the 4 in, and it's done it there. So what I'll do is I'll copy that. I'll go over to Arduino. This is the slot here. I'll just close this a minute. And we're going to set. So we're going to go for an hour. 1 to 2. And we're going to go to 1300. For an hour to 1400, I think. Is that the way I did it? Let me just check. Let's just check. So 0 to 12 o'clock, then from 12 o'clock to 1300. Yeah, we did it like that. Okay, let's go back and give it the code. Right, we've changed it. 1 till 2, yeah. Let's reprogram the Arduino, and what I'll do is I'll paste that code that I just add from Visual Studio. C# Windows Presentation Foundation. We'll paste that output above the one in the Arduino IDE, and what we'll do is see if they line up. It's writing without a button press. That's good. Right, so let's open this up and reset the controller. Right, so I'll tell you what we can do. Can we just put an insert in there? I'm not sure if we can write anything in there. No. Tell you what we'll do, we'll paste it up here. Right, we'll have to do some counting now. I'll tell you what, I'll go one better. Oh, can I copy that? Shift, Control and insert. Can I paste it there? Right, so it's giving me zeros and ones, isn't it? Rather than dots and dashes. And it looks, mind you, a 0 occupies more space, so yeah. What I need to do is just alter the program slightly. I need to print out a colon and a dot. There, that's it. Oh, hang on. Serial print. Oh yeah, that's okay, that can stay the same. Right, let's just upload this again. Oh dear. Yeah, my seat has turned into hard for some reason. It's not that hard, but it just feels odd after so many hours it's sat on it. Oh well, I think I'll have to get a gaming chair or something. A gaming seat, one that you can sit in and comfortable for hours on end. Would be nice. Right, let's do this. Okay. It's pretty quick at writing that actually. Right, so reset it. We've got dots now. I suppose what we could do, I don't even know if I can paste that over to the other one. I can copy it. Let's go over to this here and go, no, it's not that one. This one. Now can I paste into there? No. Won't let me paste. Okay, what I'll do is get that out again. I suppose I can open up a notepad here. Let's open up a notepad. I'll open up a notepad and paste. So I'll paste that, and I'm not sure which one I pasted now. Let's try it again. I've lost my notepad. I'm going off my real estate here. Right, so let's put that one in there and go and get the one off the Arduino, which is there, and put it onto underneath here. Look at that, it matches. It matches. So that's all I wanted to do. Yeah, it matches. Right, so that's pretty good. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do one more test to make sure there's the same amount of bytes being written. Okay. What we'll do is we'll just set them all on. Alright, this is I wrote this a while ago, so I set their whole lot on. Okay, they're all on, so click save. Right. So it's done the whole thing now. Alright, let's copy the whole line. Oh, it won't let me copy the whole line. Anyway, we'll leave that. That seems to work. Now we've got to do it, we've got to change it slightly. Change the code slightly somehow. We've got to make it do. Let's see, how do we change it? We've got a slot. We've got everything but being able to select the day. Which one am I on? Yeah. So we've got the slot. The day is here. Day times bit. So where's it getting day from? Total days, 7 days, plus 2 extra bits per day, slots per day. Okay, on hour, on minute, yeah, that's okay. So, it's not the best language for trying to find out where it's getting information from. Oh, int day equals 0. If day, print the schedule to the serial monitor. Oh, you got the day. Okay, but how do I set the day? Define 2 time slots for day 1. Right, okay, day 1. So set bits for both time slots for day 1. So do I just put number 1 in there for day 2? Not sure. Let's go and ask ChatGPT if he's still awake, if he ain't gone to bed yet. Set bits. Set bits is our function. So in day. So there's the day. Yeah. So if you set the schedule for day 1, right? Okay. Let's go back to the Arduino code and modify slightly. Right, so we're going to set the slot. So we're going to say we want to set the day. Let's just copy that and we'll miss day 1 out. Well, it's day 0, it's actually day 1. We're going to call this day 2. So we're going to set exactly the same again. Right, okay, let's upload that. We should have two slots on 2 separate days. 2 slots for day 1 and day 2. Or day 0 and day 2. And if that does okay, then that's it. We've got a working system. We can easily transfer over to the other Visual Studio code and get rid of the rubbish that I was starting to do. Put this in its place and save some memory and space and everything. Yeah. And we just got to write that data out to the EEPROM. Right, so we've set that. Let's just have a look at this. Right, let's see what we get here. That pretty looks just like how we want it. Yeah. I take it back. That ChatGPT. If it can understand what I'm trying to say, it's better man than most people. Because a lot of people don't understand the word I'm trying to say most of the time. So it's worked. And I've got the 2 extra days for the public holiday and the event day. Right, okay, so what we'll do is we'll put it into action. Let's put it into action. I can't get rid of this smile now, sorry. That's funny. I can't believe it worked. Because you wouldn't believe that's probably saved me about a week's worth of work. Of adjusting stuff and messing around, and that has saved a lot of effort, that has, yeah. Yeah, I've got to thank ChatGPT. Let's thank ChatGPT. Ready? Thanks, ChatGPT. That was an amazing job you did. Not many people can understand what I am trying to say. Normally, to say you interpreted my request perfectly. Thanks. You're very welcome. I'd like to hear that I could assist you effectively. If you have any more questions or anything else. Yeah, happy coding. Not happy coding, it's a needs must thing. I'll be happy when I'm just tinkering with stuff, adjusting, not creating too much stuff, because I just want to finish it off, get it out there. Right, okay, so let's get. Tell you what, I'm going to have a stand-up break. Let me give you some interim, a bit of an interim. I'll go and make another drink or something. Come back in a few seconds. See you in a minute. Alright, back again. Excuse me. Right, let's copy this over. Okay. Right, let's copy this over from there. Okay. Include bit set. Do we need to include bit set? I'm not sure. out now. Right, so constant. Let's just oh, we've got they've created a struct for us. That's good. Never asked it to create a struct. Oh well. Okay. Let's just copy the whole thing over. Okay, we'll have to modify this a bit. We can save it. Come out of there. Come out of there. Close that. We can stop the main program in a minute. UPAS, turn that, minimize that. Let's get down off there. Don't save that. We can get down here. Here's my code at the minute. We need to create some areas where we can check if minute was valid. Right. Extract the byte from the string. Don't know if we need all that now, but anyway, let's just let's put the code in here somewhere. Alright, wasn't too much code, was it? Right, we'll leave it all there for now. That's not the right place to put bit set. Let's just take it out, see if it can handle without it. These can go there, temporary. That can go there. Void setup can't go there. We don't need a serial begin anymore. We've already got the debug on the go. I need to call this. Right, we need to call this load. I'll just call it load buffer. Load time zone. No, we can't have that. We've got one called out already. I don't know. Half the problem is thinking of these names. Load time zone. For I tell you what. Load times. We're gonna chat GPT. It created it. We'll give it credit there. Load time zone chat GPT. Right, okay, that'll do. I put that there because that's where I do some of my stuff. Although it's probably better where it was, but I'll just do that. I'll try and make it go. I mean, it uses more lines, but yeah. Right, we need to just apply a. That's all we need on there, isn't it? Right, so we just need to do a bit of housekeeping here for the serial print. So there's no more serial prints anywhere else. And we can just set that. I'll just do it on the whole thing. Alright, if I was debug hash and diff. Alright, just puts a wrap around the whole thing. Print this schedule to the serial monitor. I don't need to know that. Did I indent it normally? Yeah, I do. Do I? Do I? Yeah, I do. I would like to indent it even though it's a compiler directive. Anyway. Alright, so leave that out, space that a bit. No, that's okay. So we want, once we've got this bit here, all we've got to do is pass in the slots, and we're only going to use 2 slots. But we did do something, hang on, where's it gone? We're missing something, aren't we? Oh. I've copied the wrong code, haven't I? No? Oh, here it is. Here it is, slow. We need to pass in the slots for this. So we need to set bit, right, so we need to pass in, so slot 1 is this one, array. Okay, so we need to pass in the slot, but we're using the same one, so we need another 2 slots here. So we've got our on, they're both times of on, so we don't even need the, we don't need the off time, we just need the on slot. So we've got 2 slots. Yeah, and with the way we're doing it, we're just selecting a day and we're doing it, yeah. So we don't even need, they automatically go into off, don't they? Yeah, so we need to turn the start time and the end time into a start and stop on here. That's what we need to do. We don't need this other slot, so that can go away. But we need to pass in the day. So we need to have some arguments in here. And we need to yeah, so we need to select the days. We're only passing in, yeah, so we're going to have to switch the days. So let's find out where we're switching the days, somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. Would it be easier? We're already doing the arguments here already. And we're already converting it to, might be best to put that code in here, save time zone from web server. Yeah, it might be best to put it over to here. Yeah. Yeah, copy that code into here. It's probably easier than trying to move all this up to there. So we've got our days of the week. Slot on a hour, on minute. Yeah, we're doing all that. So that's already broken down for us, and we break it down into individual components here. So we've got on time, off, yeah, we've got our 2 slots. Yeah, so that's okay as it is. So let's as debug, this is telling us what we set. That's okay, it can stay as it is. This is me doing some rubbish. Oh no, we need that after. That's checks. Yeah, so clear the buffer, and then actually, does it need to clear the buffer anymore? Because it's writing them all anyway. No, it doesn't, but we'll tell you what, we'll get rid of that for a minute. You can choose your day, and you need to perform the function based on the day, and it does it for each day. You have to select the day, so we need to reuse the function. So we could just pass in, yeah, keep this function and pass in, make that function. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll make the function We need to pass in the days of the week, do we? No, we don't need to do that. We just need to, yeah, we need to pass in the day of the week. As a number. Hang on, do they even represent? No, they don't. There's different stuff. It's, yeah. So I need to pass in something like a day of the week. See, that's days of the week. Yeah, we need to pass in day of the week, not days. We need to tell it which day we're interested in, but we can copy. No, these are not going to be any good, but we'll tell you what, we'll use the value, because it's got, is it passing in an int? Let's have a look what it's passing in. Set bits, int day, it's doing time slots, which is type of time slot, so that is ints, passing in ints. Fair enough. Now shall we just create a new time slot basically? Create a new time slot, slot 1, and set the bits for the time slot. And then we're just printing out the time slot, so yeah. Set bits per day times bit set schedule. God, it's black magic, black art. Trying to decipher it, but I don't want to. It's no good trying to decipher it really. If we proved it works, so we know it works. So yeah, let's just break it down a bit. So this is the code that works. So we've got to implement this. So we know how to print it out. So we'll print schedule. That prints the schedule. But we haven't written it to a byte yet. That's the problem. We haven't compacted it into a byte. Or have we? It's done it. It's done it in its own way, hasn't it? What's it created? Where's the array? It's not done it the way I like to do it. Bits per day times total days. It's doing a bit there. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. So it's doing it, but I need it in bits. I need it put it into bytes. Let's ask it the question. Right. So I need it to be output as bytes. How do I get the data? See if it knows what I'm talking about. If you want to retrieve and use the data for suit days and time slots from the schedule, you can modify the loop function. The loop function repeatedly executes, allowing you to perform actions based on the stored schedule. Here's an example that demonstrates print schedule, setup, loop, schedule, so bits per day plus current period. Oh my god. Can you just give me a byte array of 108 bytes with the data? Certainly, if you'd like a byte array to represent the schedule within the given time slot, you can use the following code. I've included the data for the example time slots for day 1. schedule, initialize. The code initials are byte array schedule bytes with the specific time slots. Each bit in the array represents a 15-minute period, and the array is printed to the serial monitor in hexadecimal format in the setup function. Feel free to adapt the code. Right, so I need, so once it's changed here, it's added an array of schedule bytes. So why didn't it do that in the first place? So we've got structures the same, time slot. It's created the time slots. Total days, total, so it's done that different as well. Add more slots, right, okay. Schedule the bytes, so I've got to see if this works now. Set the bits. Initialize to zeros, right. Set the bits, each scheduled day, bits per day. Right, it's totally changed, hasn't it? Right, okay. How has it changed it based on... Has it changed it once already? Yeah, it's changed it already, hasn't it? No, what I need is... I need this code. I need copied that code. I need that code as the byte array. Seems like you've posted the original code. It seems correct for setting up a schedule. Here's a brief recap. Can you adjust for byte array? Right. If you want to store a schedule of byte array instead of a bit set, you can make some modifications. Here's the adjusted code. Right. I replaced standard bit set with a byte array named schedule bytes. The set bits function has been modified to update the byte array accordingly. Okay, the print schedule bytes will include the byte array and the serial monitor. This code will still initialize the schedule for 2 time slots on day 1 and prints the resulting byte array to the serial monitor. You can adopt. Yeah, that's it then. So let's try this. Right, so we still need Arduino. So we're going to go new again. And copy that there. Need to make sure it still works. Need to make sure it still works. So we're going to do our 1, 2, 2, 15. And we'll do say I'll do a 13 till 14, 30. Okay, let's see if we can do it. And it's made us a schedule bytes, but bits per day times total days. Yeah, it's clever, very clever. It's got rid of that term include as well, so that saved us a bit of trouble. Right, let's try it. It wants to save it first. Go ahead, save it first. We'll give that a go, and if that works, we'll use that code. So you've got to be careful which one you copy and paste. If it doesn't quite go in the same way, you're already doing something, then you're gonna really get into strife when you try to understand it or convert it. Bit more understandable now, this is using a byte array. Yeah, I understand it a bit better. Schedule bytes. Yeah, it's actually put into the byte array. Yeah, it's very clever though. It's black magic going on here. Look, see, shifting the bits in and all sorts of stuff, all in one line. I'll never be able to do that. It's possible to write full-blown applications without actually knowing how to do all this black art, but it's long-winded. I suppose you need to go on a course here, really. Need to learn some of this black art. Anyway, right, so let's see if it's a total disaster or not. Right, what's it done? It's turned them back into... What the hell's it done now? Hang on. What is that? Right, what's it done? Print schedule bytes. Print. What's it doing? Size of the bytes. Hex. Oh, it says it's going to do it in hex, didn't it? Why has it suddenly changed it? I want it in bits, not hex. I can't tell if it's doing it right now. I'm going to have to go back and ask it again now. That's the only problem with ChatGPT. It goes ahead and... Can you keep to original print? Certainly, if you want to print the schedule using the original structure, days, bits, etc., while internally using byte array, you can keep the original print schedule from slightly modified set to use a byte array. Here's the adjusted code. Print period, bits per day, schedule day, so bits. Right, okay. Let's try again. You gotta be on the ball with this one. Right, so let's is that even the same one? Yeah, it is. Right, that's it, because it likes to change too much. Okay, so yeah. Period dot, yeah. Right, zeros and ones, so we don't want that. We want dot. We want a colon and a dot. We want the baud rate the same. Right, let's try again. So we want to set it up as this. Yeah, we need that byte array. Yeah. Yeah, it's very clever. It is clever. I'll give it that. It's like knowing someone who's programmed C for years and asking them to do your work, and they've come back to say, here, I've worked it out for you, here it is. Well, it does it in a few seconds instead of days, weeks, whatever. Yeah, very clever. Right, let's see if it gives us back in bits again. Yeah, we're back in bits again. Well, dots and colons. And we said we wanted it to, right, so that seemed to do the trick. So let's just modify. It looks like it's doing the right stuff. Let's just make sure. So 1 o'clock till 1:30 should give us 2 bits, logical bits there. And then from 2 o'clock till, so go to 2:30 till 3:15. 2:30 till 3:15. Right, that'll go. Right, let's just put that in, and I think that'll do it. And we copy and paste this code over. The only problem is I'll probably never understand. I know that's like a bit shift percent period %8, and I know it's. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't need to decipher it, because if it works, it does the business. That's it. I don't need to know. I suppose that's what they do with C. They just make it. They just that you don't need to know it. Right. Okay, so I've moved them over, and I told it I wanted to do 1 o'clock till 1:30. So you go 4 in, 5th, quarter past, and 30, yeah. Then you miss, go to 2:30, so you should have 1. From 1:30 you go 1:45, 2, 2:15, 2:30 till 3. That's 4, yeah, 3 lots, yeah. So it looks right. It looks right. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it like that. That's okay, we'll leave it like that. In fact, we can test it one last time. We'll set the 1 till 1:30 and 2:30 till 3:15. We'll just go on here, and we'll just do it, make sure those two look the same, and then we'll clean up the code and transplant it in.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 22 is now online.
Time zone, working hours. Okay, so we'll clear all that. And we'll do, I forgot what we set now. What did we say? Can't remember. 1 till 1:30, 1 till 1:30, 2:30 to 3:15. So 1 till 1:30 and 2 to 3:15. Right. I still can't remember now. I gotta go back and find it again. 2:30 till 3:15. 1 to 1:30. Alright, so 2:30 to 3:15. That's it. That's the equivalent. Save that. Have a look at what it's created us. There, it looks like the same thing, doesn't it? Yeah, it certainly does. Right, that'll do. Alright, let's stop that. Let's get back to the code. Let's just shut this down a minute. Right, so that's the new code, so we've got to transplant that back over. Don't need the loop. Go back to Visual Studio Code. Get rid of all this. And paste that in there. Change setup for, don't need a serial begin. Still streaming, yeah, still streaming. Right, so don't need the setup file, we need the print schedule. It can stay the same, that's a function. That can stay absolutely as it is, apart from adding this. I don't always have the serial port doing debug, so we'll I'll just have that in there. I'll have a hash endif. Okay, that'll do for that. That's just to print it out. I don't want to print it out. Only when I'm debugging it. So that'll do for that. Not quite. Don't like this stuff going on here. So let's do that. Oh, this is why I don't. This is why I don't do that. Because I like to get the spacing exactly right. I want the spacing right for everything. That's why I go with the extra line rather than try to work out the spacing weirdly. That's better. I like that. That's it. That's the way I like to see it. Even though it uses a space extra, but it all lines up then. Okay. Right. So let's do the same with this one. Just like it to line up, that's all. Just want it to line up, so that's fine. That buffer won't be needed because we've already got a buffer. So bits per day. Bits per day, where's it referencing? Oh, we are, bits per day 24. Let me just get the calculator up and calculate this, make sure this is doing what I think it's doing. So 24 times 4, 96. Then we're going to go times the total days, times 9, and divided by 8. 108 bytes, just exactly right. I don't need this one, but if I go to the top of my time zone, you'll see that I've already got a number of bytes, EEPROM buffer I've called it, set to 108 bytes, so we'll just use that. Even though schedule bytes is a bit more readable. So anyway, we'll keep because we're using it elsewhere. We're using it down here. EEPROM buffer, so I'll reuse that buffer for different things if I need to. So we'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. Why not? Right. So we've got our bit set here. Excuse me. I wonder why it puts a little bit of a space in there. Must be the way it does stuff. I'd rather just line it all up, you know what I mean? So you can see what's going on. Right. The struct can stay the same, or it can just, let's just do the struct the way I do it. I normally put a value in it and make it a constant, but it can't be a constant. I don't know how you could do that. Leave it not a constant, use the struct without assigning an actual. That would save a lot of time. The way I do it's different. Which is the way I do it. The way I do it's like this. And type def struct. Maybe that's an old way of doing it. Don't know. They seem to do it a different way. I don't know what the difference is. I'll do that in a class, but yeah. Oh well, ChatGPT done it, so it works, so I'll leave it as it is for now. Oops, hit the mic, sorry. Right, here we go then, so we're getting somewhere, so this stays the same. Slots per day, 2. Total days, 9, so everything else is good. We don't need this, so we need to change that to EPROM, which is that EPROM buffer needs to be swapped out for. So I need to find that. I need to get rid of that for a bit, so it's going to use more space. We don't want to use space when we don't need it. Right, so we're gonna let's just paste that in there and copy this. Get rid of that and just put that there. So that'll do everything we want to do there. Print the schedule. That needs to go over here as well. Just keep the original until we've decided we're okay to get rid of it. So schedule bytes, there we go. Okay, so that's okay. Now anything in the setup we need to do? Not really. No, nothing there. Doesn't refer to schedule bytes again, does it? No. Down here, print schedule, that's the same. Okay, so we're there. So setup needs to change. Actually, none of that. That can just go, can't it? So set bit 0 for day 1. It's changed it again, hasn't it? Slot 1. Okay, so that's even better then. So you define your slots. Right, so then we have to be defined from here. So I need to copy these bits. Yeah, all this I need to copy. And we don't need that again, so we'll leave it there for now. Just leave it there for now. We'll bring this down to our working bit. Get the offset. Now we no longer need to get offset. This has all been done for us, I think. Yeah. I think. Keep it there for now. So this is the bit that writes it. We don't need all that no more. We've got functions for it and that. So I'm going to scrap what I was doing now. I'm going to be brave and scrap it. Alright, so we're going to just scrap this bit. Paste in what we need. Okay, so we've pasted in what we need. And we need to transfer some of this stuff into here, the slots. Okay, and we need to tell it what day it is. So if it's going to be a Monday, the slot will be, I start on a Monday, don't I, anyway. So it will be 0. Okay, that can stay like that, so yeah. Right, so we need to do start time. No, we don't want byte offset anymore, do we? I don't think we need this. We'll keep it for now. Just get rid of it for a bit. What we need is the bit up here. The values that are being passed in. Yeah, so slot on a value. Alright, so we need slot on, so that's on a value. We need the minute value. We're doing bytes instead of ints, so that might be a problem for it. Slot on a minute. Alright, and then we want off. Oh no, that's another slot, so we don't need the off value. We only need the on values. No, we do need, so that's slot B. It's done it in a different way, hasn't it? No, we just need the duration. We only need the duration, so we've got, oh, it works it out for you. Yeah, you put slot 2. So it defines 2 time slots for day 1. Okay, so it needs to know the duration, doesn't it? Yeah. I think. Yeah, of course it does. Right, so we'll do that. B value. Slot B. No, it needs to be the off time, doesn't it? That needs to go there for slot B. We need to go back up here and get the off hour. It's just they've written it in a different way. It's written it in a different way to the way I do it. Let's just see if it works. Off minute. Right, let's get rid of that. Okay, and we'll just copy that over to here and change the A to a B. A to a B, and we're getting near, very close to a working thing with a bit of luck. That will set Mondays up, okay, and it will print the schedule. Right, shall we give it a go? It'll only work for Monday at the minute, so I've got to do the same for the other days of the week. Right, let's try, see if it'll compile. We've put back in our safety checks after if we want to. And is it going to clear the time zone? Set bits, day, don't know if it buffer. Right, I think it's going to set it and overwrite it. Let's hope it does. Right, let's compile. Let's just make sure Arduino is not going to use. Shouldn't moan too much about. Yeah, shouldn't moan too much about that being on the same slot. Let's compile, save first. Have we give something a name yet? We haven't, have we? I know we got rid of it. We got rid of the problem, didn't we? Yeah, we got rid of the void setup. So we still got this. Okay, so everything else should work. Let's give it a compile, see if it'll do it. Oh, what I need is a seat. A seat with about that thick of foam on it. Because after so many hours, it compresses. Yeah. Okay, so we're doing alright. We're doing okay. So hopefully we'll be able to wrap this up in a bit. 2 hours 23, so it's already long enough. Right, so it compiled okay without any errors. Let's use a little bit more memory. Okay. Right, so let's upload it to the controller and log back on and see what's going on with it. As soon as I pick this can up to have a sip, it'll want me to press the button, you watch. No. Oh, here we go. Right. So it'll write the thing about, yeah, write it out. Let's bring up back this one. Let's enter our data and then click a button. The only thing we haven't done is write the data to the EEPROM, and we've got to bring it back out of the EEPROM and convert it into the times. So there's a bit more to it, but I'll be happy at this stage just for that. Oh, I want to watch what's going on, so we need to reboot and log in, and right, so we only got it set for Monday at the minute, so we're going to choose Monday. We're going to choose, stay with it, 1 o'clock till, start at 1:15 and finish at 2:30, and go to 3:30 till 4:15. Click save. Will it crash or restart, or will it? Let's see. Right. Okay. Day 1. So we got some valid stuff there. So it took the values 1:15 to 2:30, then 3:30 to 4:15. So that gives us 3:30 to 4:15, 45 minutes, three 15-minute slots, and we've got 1:15 to 2:30, which gives us an hour and 15 minutes, so it should be 5 here. 4, 5, yeah. Looks good. Does look good. So what's left now to do is to write those bytes to the buffer, which we've already got a routine for. So we should be able to set the timer on and off and adjust it and watch the minutes go and all the rest of it. Yeah. Okay. what aren't we using anymore? So we've got all that set up there, that works okay. Is there anything we don't need? Anything we don't need? Check if minute is valid. Let's see if... Do we need this? No, it's without reference. Extract bytes from string, do we need that? Yeah, we're using that. Yeah, we're using that. Okay. And the rest is, so we're not using that, so that can be commented out. Okay, right. So all we need to do now is, once we finish saving, is write the buffer. And so we're setting the bits. We're writing the buffer. Well, we're setting the bits in the buffer. We're not writing the buffer yet. Now we can go down here. We can either write it from this position here after the print schedule. I don't know whether we want to write the buffer while we're serving up a web page though. Because if we go to the web page side of it, we're running this routine and then we're handling the request, so it might take time to write, or it shouldn't take too long, but let's try it. Let's try it. So we need to run this function here. Where is it? Set number of time zones. We normally set the time zones. Yeah, we need to set the number of time zones probably, or not. Actually, yeah, we need to tell it which time zone we're saving. So we're clearing it. We don't even need this one anymore. I don't think we're using that. Let's have a look if we're using this. No, we don't need that, but we'll leave it there for now. So this is the routine that writes the buffer to the EEPROM. Yeah, so but it only writes it if it's not the same value. Okay, so let's run that one then. We need to choose the time zone. So the zone is going to be zone 2. So go over to here and we can print the schedule. Tell you what, do we print it or print it first then save it, or doesn't really matter I suppose. So Zympro, right, so that's going to write it. We need to tell it what zone it is. 0, 1, 2. So it's 2. Zone. We've got 3 standard zones. Let's see if that'll work. And we've got no way of knowing unless we... Let's just try it. Let's try it. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if it knows where to find that. Might need to put an include in so it can find it. Alright, so we've got a few more minutes before the 3 hours. And it's past 3 in the morning. In the UK. So I've still got enough time to go to sleep and get enough kip. So that compiled okay. So it must know where that function is. I think we're using other things than the same one, so it's already in there. It's already got the include. Right, so what's this going to be able to tell us? So we should be able to set the We should be able to set the timer to on now. It's already set up for the timer. So we should be able to. We've got a few more buttons to include for enabling and disabling the timer. It is actually already set. Right, so we're going to go here, back to here, and we're going to log back in. And we're going to go to settings and time zone. Tell you what I'll do, I'll switch on the camera view for the controller we've been programming all night. Hang on, let's get rid of that. Oh, that's the, yeah. Right, so what we'll do, we can only do Monday at the minute. So it's Monday. It won't load this. So I suppose what we should do is, what we really should do is clear them out. These are some default values I put in. I'll just leave it like that. So I'm going to, actually we need a real world example. Now I'm on the wrong time zone, so it thinks it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So what I'm going to have to do is I'll set one to be on at 4:30. Or I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll set it to be on at tell you what, I'll just run the main software. Hang on a minute. Let's run up UPAS and we can do some clever stuff with retarding the time. I've got some test stuff in there for advancing and retard.
Welcome to UPAS.
Advance and retard the time
Engine
for testing.
23 is now online. Engine 22 is now online.
Right, so we need to just put this over here a minute. Right, so how do I do it now? Yeah, I need to open a script. Script management. Right, we've got a script management here. We need to right, we need to open the script, load the script. Right, and we can get rid of that one now. We just need this one. What we'll do is this is the script program I made that does stuff. It's got advanced. We can set clocks and stuff on the controller. There's 23, which is this one here. Packet address 23. And I can tell it to. I think what we'll do is we'll set the clock first. I'll put this up out the way because I want to see if anything goes wrong here. I'm gonna set the clock to. If I put the clock to the right time. Actually, let's just set time. Watch the clock here now. Oh, it's already changed it. Yeah, because it's already synchronized off the system time where I ran the UPAS. It's got the right time up at the minute. Exact time. So what I can do is I'll leave that there and I'll set it to be at I'll set it for 30:30. So 3:30 to switch on. It won't switch on yet, but I can advance the clock and to go off at 3:45. That's all we need to do at the minute. Now it's expecting another slot, isn't it? I don't know if it'll take a 0 as a parameter for another slot. It should just determine that the slot is not needed. Right, let's just go for that and save it. Right, let's see what it's got here. Yeah, it's put a 15-minute period on there. And it's just reset itself. Right, it's just reset itself, so we'll log back on again. But we don't actually need that at the minute. But it's 03:23 Right, so it's reset itself. Doesn't matter. Right, so we're back down there. Okay, we're okay with that. Now we're going to bring up the script because we want to advance the clock to. So we're going to go advance. You need the number, the packet address 23 by. How many minutes do we want to advance it by? Let's advance it by 23, so 6 minutes, no, 5 minutes. 5. Okay, now the clock has changed. The clock has changed to 03:29. Okay, so what that's done is that stopped me having to wait till 6 minutes. So it's only got to wait now so many seconds, another 40 seconds. So if you look down here at the controller, hopefully it'll output the relay, which will switch on the reader LED. You'll see a green LED come on there. Won't do anything else. Hands free. Hands are doing nothing. No hands are doing nothing, right? What will it do? Will it switch and reset? Or there might be some other setting I have to do. I know it's not Monday at the minute, but I've forced Monday upon it. Actually, it knows the time. It knows it's not Monday. So it won't do it for Monday, will it? So it's not going to work. It does it by checking the actual day. So I would have to tell it it's a different day. I can set the time and the date. Can I set the date? No. So what I need to do is implement Sunday's time. Nothing will happen. Yeah, it's already gone past the 3:30. It's because I'm not on the right date. So what I need to do, it's Sunday morning now. Yeah, so it's Sunday morning. So what I'm going to have to do is implement in the code the Sunday bit. So what I'm going to have to do, Sunday, there it is. I'm going to have to go down here, copy this over to Sundays. Alright, Sunday, so I choose Sunday. Probably don't need these curly brackets unless I'm initializing a new variable, so I can get rid of them too. Right, so I'll go up here and we're going to set up Sunday. Now, does it start on a Sunday or start on a Monday? Let's have a look. I can't remember that. Let's bring up time zone and gone. Right, so it starts on Monday. So our Sunday will be down here. So it'll be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0 to 6. Okay, so we've got to set our day to 6. And everything else can stay the same. And it'll be Sunday that it picks up. And I'll set Sunday day of the week. Yeah, that'll sit, and then force that to go to Sunday because that's the day we're on, and we can retard the clock back again. Right, let's upload that. So it should be very easy now to fill the rest of these out. Fill the rest of them out now and finish that bit off. We need to Jump to case label. Oh, what have I done? What have I got rid of? Oh, I'm initialising a variable here. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't know. Alright, so let's put that back. Okay, that should sort that out. Yeah. Oh, we need the same here. It's going to do the same again here, isn't it? Right, hang on. Same here. It's because it's got these two time slots, these variables that are being initialized. Right, okay, go again. Ah, dear. Right. If you like your beer and you like you go out down the pub, this programming is not for you. Because you won't get time to go to no pub. So, anyway. I've spent so much of my life sat at a computer. I watched the summer come and go once through a glass door. My workshop was back door was there, and I literally watched the winter go, the summer come, and the winter come back again. Just like the time machine, the mannequin in the window of the time machine film, the original one. Yeah.
Engine 23 is offline.
I'm not surprised. Right. Okay.
Engine 23 is now online.
Right, let's get this serial back up again. Poor little ESP32, it's having to do a lot. It's having to serve up all the serial debug stuff. It's having to serve up a web API. And to top it all, it's got to talk to the software as well. Yeah. Poor little ESP32. And don't forget, it's also, where are you? It's also acting as a RFID reader. There you go. So that all we're trying to do is get the timer to do that as well, so it acts as a 7-day real-time clock. So let's right, where are we? 03:31. So we can either retard the clock. Tell you what we'll do. We'll just set Monday. No, Sunday. Set Sunday to 3:30. Now we'll set it to 3:45 because and it goes on till 4 o'clock. That's it. So I'll save that. Right, now it's saved it, and it's reset. See how it's reset the web? It's reset the ESP, but it saved it first. And the reason it's reset is because it's if you look at the watchdog timer, it would have done a watchdog. Yeah. Watchdog timer got triggered. The following task did not reset the watchdog in timer. Yeah, async TCP. Well, basically, because we're serving up a request to handle the same page back again once we've submitted the data. But before we're doing that, we're going to this routine that has to do all the serial print and save to the EEPROM. It's that saving to the EEPROM proper that needs to serve up this quicker. Now there's a way of adjusting the watchdog timer to not trigger so quick, but I didn't want to do that. As I might do it as a last resort, but I just want to keep that as a default. And maybe once the server's been handled, I suppose we could serve it up there, then write it after. Yeah, so it could handle the request first. Yeah, and then then do this. No, it can't, can it? No, because it has to save it in order to bring back the new data. So we're going to have to look at that again. It might just be a matter of taking out the serial print to debug, and that might be fast enough then. But get it working first, and we'll work it out after. Right, so we're there. We've saved it. The only problem is we need to go back over here. We need to get back onto this to see the actual clock. If we log on, that should toggle on when the timer kicks in. But we set it to 03:45. We'd have to wait a few minutes. So if we say advance the clock by 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes. So we'll go onto this again. Can bring up advance the clock by 8 minutes. Here we go. So if you watch the clock up there, that'll suddenly go forward by 8 minutes. Yeah. So we've got 2 minutes. Tell you what, let's go again. Advance the clock by 1 minute. I don't know, the way it does it, it uses the real time, so you have to work out. So 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Yeah. So we're on Sunday. The time zone is on. Hands are here. If the data's right, it should switch the TOG1 relay off, which is relay 1, on in about 10 seconds. It should stay on till 4 o'clock in the morning. Will it do it? Who knows? Let's see. Didn't do it. Didn't do it, so what have we done? Let's just have a look at we haven't got the ability to read the settings back yet. It's reading default settings. So let's go back and see what we actually set before it restarted. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, here it is. Oh, day 7. Yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So it did do what we thought it was going to do. But might have my days right around the wrong way. Let's just check something here. Let's just stop this. Let's go and have a look at if Monday is the first day, or I can't remember now. Or was it Sunday? No, Monday was the first day. Saturday AM. Yeah. So, begs the question, why didn't it work? I'm on the wrong time zone, maybe. Let's have a look. Did it mention? It's weird. What have I forgot? I've done something wrong, haven't I? I must have forgot something. Must have forgotten something. Anyway, what time we got? We've got another 9 minutes, then we'll call it a day. We'll resume another day. Oh, my spine is gone. Right. So, what have I done wrong here? So I selected Sunday, and Sunday is the 4 in the list, so I pick in the 4, and it printed out the slot for me, so it definitely did that. Set bits, Zix, so we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah. Slot 1, 2. Printed out the schedule right for me. Did all that. Did a reset. Server not found. What's it doing? Oh, is it doing server not found? No. Okay. So I'm thinking, let me just set that again actually. Let's set it again. So 3:45 till 4 o'clock. Save. Okay. See, it didn't actually didn't do the watchdog timer reset then. I haven't changed anything. And it's put it in day 1. Look. It's put it in day 1, even though I selected. I must have forgotten something. So it's still put it in day 1, and that's why it hasn't set it, because it didn't put it in day 6. Right. So I must have forgot to do something for day 1. So I put day 6 in there. Divine 2. So that's slot 1. Is it doing Monday instead of Sunday? Or I've been choosing Monday for so long. Maybe, tell you what, let's try again. I think I chose Monday. I'll watch the video back after, because I've been debugging with Monday for so long. Right, 3:45 till 4 o'clock. Save. Yeah, I just chose the wrong time then. So it is putting it in the right place. Oh, it's put 2 in. Why has it put it in twice? Oh, because it's the same byte array, isn't it? That's right. That's why I need to clear the byte array. So I do need that clear statement. Or I reboot the controller. Tell you what, let's reboot the controller. Right, let's reboot the controller. Yeah, because I am writing to the same memory that I've wrote out the Monday to already. Right, log in. Token, settings, time zone. Monday. No, Sunday. Sunday, 3:45 till 4 o'clock. Save. Right, so we've just got the one segment there now, that's right. Just there. So that's in the right place. So we should, and it saved it as well, but it still didn't trigger it to be on. Now, is that because, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll go over to the software and we'll trigger it from there. Maybe because I've got to sometimes have to switch stuff on, switch the timer facility on. Let's have a
Welcome
look at it.
to UPAS.
Right, let's have a look at this.
Engine 23 is now online. Engine 22 is now online.
Right, let's have a look at the time. So we've got timer. It is set up to trigger the timer. It's got a time zone, but it's not triggered. Let's just go on to the time zone. Actually, it might not be set for time zone working hours, mightn't it? Let's have a look here. Let's see what a time zone's set to. So timer 1. It's on for working hours. Yeah. Okay. Let's just save that. Make sure it is got working hours. Right. It's going to latch the relay on 1 on and working hours. Alright. Let's make sure. Let's edit the time zone. Actually, let's go back here. Where we go? So timer 1. Let's just open that one up a minute. Right, because we're on damp test stuff there. So we want Sunday at 3:30. We said, wasn't it? 3:45 till that's it. Right, save that. Now, if that's right, in 4 seconds time it should switch on. It didn't switch on. No, it should have switched on. 3:45 Sunday should have switched on. So my software didn't switch it on. No, that is working hours. No, did it send the? Did it get a response back? Did it get a ping back? Let's try again. There must be a reason. It's not that. Yeah, got the. They both sent a response back. Alright, that's weird. So we got T. Oh, it's just come on. Why has it just come on? What time we got there and there? That's the same time. Oh, because it missed the minute and so it didn't get the first response. Okay. So that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to switch on from there. And the reason it didn't switch on is because it went past the minute. So if I retard the clock. Oh, hang on. I'll bring up a script. Hang on, I've lost the script, haven't I? Let's right. Let's shrink that down. Bring up the time. No, not this time zone. The script. Retard the time. Load the script. Right. Let's just retard 23 by 3 minutes. Right, you can see it's just clicked off. Actually, you couldn't see it because it was over there. Hang on, let's get that over there. Right. Yeah. So you saw it down below. It switched it off, and in 25 seconds time, it'll switch this on. When it gets to 3:45, it'll switch on the relay. Now that's doing it from the main software, so we know that works, and we know it's set up to respond to time zone 2. Yeah, so that came on. It's exactly on the spot, just right. So what we could do is this telling us when it reads back the real time zone, not some test data. Anyway, so let's go back to the code. Not that code. Go into controls. You'll see that it's lit up because it's toggled it on from the other one, and that shows you that relay 1 is unlocked, the same as that. Alright, let's bring up this one again. That one. So we're on there. So what is the reason? It's got to be an easy mistake we've done somewhere. But I know. So set bit 6. Print schedule. So that prints all the days. Let's analyze the code for the set bit 6. Day. The day time slot. Alright, okay. Where's it getting the day from? Is it using the day? I can't see it. Oh, there's the day. EEPROM buffer day times int day. Bits per day, yeah. Period, what's that? Oh, period. Where's it getting that period from? Here, int period. Right, okay. So, for some reason, we're not resetting it to zeros there. We need to do that probably in our clear. Total days 9. Day plus 1. Serial print day plus 1. Right, yeah, it's adding the day to it. Day starts from 0. Okay, so I don't quite get that, but should have worked really. The only chance is if I'm using the wrong. Am I using the wrong days of the week? Right, I'm putting it in manually instead of nothing else gets entered. So I'm writing to the EEPROM 2. Alright, let's just go to that. That could be writing it in the wrong place. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing wrong, because the first 2 settings don't get written to the EEPROM, so it doesn't use the space. I'm right into the wrong one. So it needs to write it to 0, because 2 is the first one. Yeah, because that's it, I remember now. Right, so you go on here, go on time zones, you've got at no time, which will, if you open that up, it just brings a blank and you can't save it. You can't add anything to there, like default timers can't be changed. There's no need to store that, so we know it's all a 1. And hang on. And unrestricted is just a full time zone. You can't save that either. So the only ones you can save is anything from 2 and above. But when it stores it, it has to store it as 1. Yeah, so somewhere in the code if I go back to the code here and go on to commands, where it stores it, it should be minusing it by 2 somewhere. Right, EEPROM spare 1. So go to the definition, address offset, get address offset for zone. Numbers, right, so that might be doing it from there. Go to definition. Right, so get the, for zone 0, position 0. Right, okay. So that you got 10 slots. So it has to be 0. So I'm passing in that, but that comes from a parameter sent from the main software. So the main software, when it sends the parameter, it would have to do some juggling. Let's just close that, go down here, see where it's doing it. It's to be the last command on the last packet going over to it. It would have to do a juggle. Time zone -1. So the time zone ID -1. Number of time zones. Right. So that's what it's doing. Now the ID starts at 0, and then you got 1, and you got 2. So if it will be 2, and you go ID -1. So it's going to store it. Where's it going to store that then? Anyway, so we need to set it to 0 anyway. So let's set it. I don't quite work that out. Yeah, because it'll never send. It never send the first order. So the 0 and 1, 2. So it is 1. So it's going to store it as 1 basically. It should be able to actually. Let's have a look. Is there any debug stuff in here? No. Spare 1, right. Anyway, I'm sure it'll work out. So what we'll do is we'll change this to 1. Basically what we're doing, we're saving it in a different slot. So when it reads back the slot that it should be reading back, which is 0, or is it 1? 0 minus 1 minus, so 0. Was it start from 0? Hang on. Let's just go back to here a minute. Where are you? No, up. Right. So here, let's clear the buffer. Alright, where's the writing of the buffer? Here it is. So write the buffer zone. So where's it using zone? Here it is. Get offset for zone. So if I put 1 in there, it's gonna be offset 108. So yeah. No, it needs to be 0. So it does need to be 0. So let's send it as 0. Right, let's upload that code, and hopefully it's gonna be okay this time. And we're already past 3 o'clock, gone over. It's 3 hours, sorry. We've gone over, so we need to get this to work and call it a day, or a night, or a morning, or whatever you want to call it. Simple as that. Yeah. And I've got to catch this to upload this serial. Oh, it's doing it itself anyway. Fine. It does it itself sometimes, right. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to work now. It didn't work before because it was reading back some data that I hadn't saved it in a different location. Right, so here we go. So what we need to do is choose Sunday. We'll just say 4 o'clock actually. It's an hour ahead though, isn't it? I've got to remember that as well. So let's say 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock till 5:15. It's an hour ahead on this one. I'll click save. Didn't do that. Let's log in again. Right, see how. Right, Sunday, 5 o'clock till 5:15. Save. Right, let's put the digit there. And it's done a brownout because it's took too long to save it. That's okay. It didn't do anything. Is that because it booted up after the time? Let's see what it said. Yeah, it took too long, didn't it? Let's try it again. Took too long. Set time to 4. Yeah. Right, so we've gone past the 5 o'clock. So what I need to do is bring this to read the actual. Now we've got something to store, we need to bring it and populate that from the stored time. So that's a little task in itself. So let's try this again. Sunday at 5 o'clock till Sunday 5 o'clock, 1/4 past, save. Is it going to reset again? It is taking too long, isn't it? It didn't, something it didn't like. Watchdog timer went again, but well, that takes too long just to write to memory. Right, so maybe it's not going to write to the buffer. So it's set in the right bit, but well, I wonder if it has to be 1. So 1 minus 1. Yeah. Don't know. Let's try that. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. That's a weird one. Sure. Read buffer zone. Zone equals I number less than number of bytes. Zone zone something I. Yeah, because you're not using the default zone for some reason, but can't remember. Let's try it. Right. Sunday, 5 o'clock. 5:15, save. Ah, it actually worked then. Came on. Did you see it? It came on. Ignore all them. They're not real, they're just some dummy parameters. So it came on. So if I run up the software now and advance the time.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 22 is now online. Engine 23 is now online.
Alright, let's get this over here. Alright, so we're going to... oh, it's picked up the time off the real time. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to advance the clock. So advance 23 by what was it, 55 minutes. 55, let's try that. Yeah, so we've got 10 seconds there, and it should light up that now. Yeah, see it? Came on. I didn't touch it. If you don't believe me, let's retard the time, right? I tell you what, well, we can do the same again take it down, right? Right, it's going to set the clock to 04:59. There it is. It's gone off. My hands are here. You just got to wait 30 seconds. So that's weird. It must take that one off. Anyway, it just works. And what I'll do when it comes on, I'll advance the clock to 14 minutes past 5 or 5, and it'll click on in 3, 2, 1. There it is. My hands are here. I didn't touch nothing. I haven't got a foot pedal. Okay, so it's on. What we'll do is we'll advance the clock to now. It thinks it's 5 o'clock. So let's just set time. Set time to 3. So I've just told it to send the real clock to it. Right, now we're going to advance 23 by, it needs to go an hour, 7 minutes, 14, so an hour and 7 minutes. I don't know if I can do that. 107, no, 67. Oops, didn't do that. Advanced. What is it coming up ready for? Advance 23 by 67. Oh, what have I done? Have I pressed the wrong key? I don't know what I've done. Let's break that. Right, advance 23 by 67. It doesn't like 67. I may have forced it not to do too much. So, what can we do? Right, advance 23 by, say, 59. Yeah, let me do that. Let's just do space question mark. Advance question mark. Sets the clock on a unit to system time plus minutes. Right. See, yeah, you got to. Plus, you can't go over 60 minutes. Unit and minutes, yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't know how to calculate past certain times of hours, yeah, okay. Right. So, what we got? Five past 7. 7 minutes past 5. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. And it's done a reset and got the NTP time back again. Must have crashed out on the timing or whatever. So what we'll do is we'll go back in and set the clock, up that off. We'll set a new time zone. We got it working now, so go Sunday. We'll set the. Doesn't help us having an hour in advance, does it? I ought to fix that really. It's picking up. It's adding 1 hour to the time. I need to sort that out anyway. Right. So I'll go. Such as when I use that, it synchronises to the correct time instead of the time the NTP server's picking up. Yeah. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just set a new one. Call it 4:15 to 4:30. Okay. We'll save that. What did it do? Oh, I'm on the wrong sheet. Alright, so it saved that. That's okay. Okay, so we're okay there. And I've lost track of everything now because it's where are we? 5:09. 5:09. What's going on here? Right, I need to. I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to just stop that. I need to find that clock, or I need to pack up for the night and come back to it tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll come back to it tomorrow. Alright. So that's it. That's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you. We're getting somewhere. Maybe by tomorrow I'll come back and I'll get this loading up the right values. Gonna have to have the help of ChatGPT again, most probably. Okay, let's save this lot. Commit a working. Put working TZ time zone with help from GPT. There are no stages. Alright, okay then. Okay. Save it all and save it to the. I forget where this one goes now. DevOps, isn't it? This one, right? And we'll come back to it another day. Go and get some sleep. Thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll see you again soon. Have a bit of an outro. Bye for now.